What's up, North County? We got your backstage pass to all things music in the North County and beyond. I'm Sean Logan, and my co-host is Randy Doty. Today on the show, we have Rolf G. Rolf, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you coming in, and why don't we just start off by saying what got you started playing guitar and writing music?
Wow, so guitar is my second instrument, and
okay.
I started playing bass guitar as just a teenager. I figured 4 strings easier than 6. Played a little bit of piano, but that's a true story because I'm not too sharp, and I was like, man, those 6 strings seem pretty complicated. And so I just sort of evolved from there and learned the guitar, actually when I moved to the North County from Orange County, just to, learn covers and play wineries because I'd never done that before. I was always doing original stuff.
When you moved, what time of your life was that? 20s or earlier?
When I couldn't lie about being 29 any longer. So, I was trying to become a rock star with bands, and we got pretty close a couple times, but it's a very fickle business, and so we were expecting our second child and just decided to be closer to family. So we went, I grew up in Irvine, was born in Irvine, did the whole Orange County scene and LA and Hollywood, and that's what brought me here.
Rolf, what do you mean by you were pretty close? What does that mean?
Well, we had a lockout. Like, we were a serious band. We did some, touring on the West Coast, had songs on TV. We're pitching to artists or labels, and we just got really close to getting a record deal. It's a funny story. It's too long for here, but
Here's the short version.
we made a mistake on that one.
Oh,
yeah.
What was the name of that group?
That band was a couple bands. One was Mission Dolores. The other one was called Glitch. Kind of more of a like a Hoobastank or like that type of prog, like more modern rock.
Gotcha. Who are some of your influences for guitar playing, songwriting?
Wow. So songwriting, I didn't really get in. I got a degree in writing actually in college, but I never really done a lot of songwriting. And then when I moved here, I got really into country music because of one guy, this guy named Jeffrey Steele, who's this huge hit songwriter, and he basically changed country for me because I always thought country was cowboy hats and cows and horses and all that stuff. Because I grew up in Orange County, it was just orange trees and stuff, but there was no farming or ag. Right. And so I saw this dude on TV, and he had just like blonde hair, and he was like throwing down and these crazy songs. I was like, dude, that guy. And then I realized that he had written all these songs, and that's what got me into the songwriting thing. And I was fortunate enough to win some songwriting contests, and for a long time went to Nashville pretty regularly and did co-writing and etc.
What is your songwriting process?
Just listening to everything around me.
But I mean, some people kind of have to like block out, okay, I'm going to sit down and write a song. Some people it can come when they're driving down the street.
No, I'm a horrible, I think, example of a songwriter, because you go to a lot of these songwriting things and a lot of these writers will tell you, have a journal, get up, like a Jason Isbell. That's what that guy does. He like just writes in journals all the time. And other songwriters that are, in Nashville, they're writing about 2 songs a day they'll do a write in the morning and a write in the afternoon. So you're doing a lot of writing. It's just like volume. I'm not that. And one of my other favorite songwriters, he's actually made me feel like that was okay, because he does not write a ton of songs, but he's written Run for George Strait. He just had a cut with Tim McGraw, and it's quality, not quantity, but a lot of people are quantity people.
So tell us about your time in Nashville. What was it, something that you were going over there trying to pursue a record contract for yourself, or was it a full band, or what was going on?
No, I mean, being an artist was like one of those things, like I said, after you can't lie about being 29 any longer. It's sort of, it's just, that's the reality. It's a business. So the songwriting thing, you can still, you used to be able to have a, fairly lucrative career writing songs. They used to call, like, you write a number one, they call it a swimming pool song. You could buy a swimming pool, and it's not so much now with streaming and everything else, but no, I just went just to get that creativity on. I actually kind of quit music for a number of years when we moved here, because I just thought, okay, that's done in my life. And then, you know, my wife encouraged me to you know, get out and play. So that's sort of when I picked up the guitar and started learning covers, and it sort of just evolved from there. So, you know, I look at it like being my softball league.
Right.
And they pay me for it, so that's cool.
Did you make any progress when you were in Nashville? It sounds like you made a couple connections and friends.
Yeah, you know, there's a good community of songwriters out there in the song world, and you know, when you do, you know, I felt like we've written some really good songs. I at one point, you know, then I would pitch the songs to publishers for other artists, and you know, I got some great feedback. You know, success I think is relative. You know, have I you know, written a #1 song? No. Have I written, you know, songs have won song contests, and have I have songs on TV, and do I get paid for them? Yes. So, you know, I don't know where you draw that line.
How do they reach out to you for the songs, or do you reach out for them, and they want you to tweak it, or how does that work?
Well, so it's really interesting. No, you pitch to them, right? So some artists don't write at all. Some don't write at all, but take credit for some of the songwriting. And then others just go out and pick great songs. So I was just like listening to Willie Nelson's latest album, and it's like, that dude can write anything. But he's picking songs from people that he respects. So, you know, it just really depends. You know, sometimes there's artist pitch. They're saying this artist is looking for something, and you could write it. Other times, you know, if you're just writing a lot, you have a catalog, and then you send in the pitch, or you pitch live. Like I just got one today. It was like the guy needed something by 4 o'clock in the afternoon for a certain artist. It's like an email.
Wow.
You know, so there's a million ways to play songs.
And do you have these already in the bank for when that comes in, when those emails come in?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could be way more organized, because like if you organize by keywords, and because I forget songs that I've written. You know, it's like I can't even remember my own lyric most of the time, because they always say in writing, it's not about the writing, it's about the rewriting. And so you have all these iterations in your head, and you're like, what was the final lyric on this? I don't remember.
So do you have representation, or are you kind of like just tackling that all by yourself?
No, yeah, that's just me, and I do a pretty lousy job of it, I think. And it's funny, there was once a famous sort of advice for bands that this guy wrote out in LA like 20 years ago. And the rule #1 was fire your manager. So I took that to heart. I mean, I've had a manager before, but, and I've been on record labels. In fact, I just spent some great time with a friend of mine who produced a couple of albums I did, and we went around France for 2 weeks. And so, you know, these things go with you. I always say songs are never finished, they're just abandoned. And it's sort of like, that's how music is.
What is a song that you're most proud of, or one of the songs you're most proud of?
That's so hard, because, you know, I play a lot of these winery gigs. I'm playing like 1, 2, 3 times a week. And I generally play covers because, one, I think that, you know, I enjoy them because they're songs that I enjoy, like Wichita Lineman by Glenn Campbell. I mean, that song's just, you know, amazing. Blackbird, you know, we play Rebel Yell. It's a fun song.
You put your own twist to them?
No, you know, not really. I mean, you just perform them as you perform them. So like, you know, my songs, what am I proud of? I mean, I'm proud of songs that, you know, were on television. Like I had a song that was on like The West Wing. It wasn't even a country song. It was kind of like a prog rock album. I've had songs on NASCAR. You know, so it's weird. So to answer your question, like I have a college diploma, and when I got my first royalty check from BMI, I actually put that in the frame over my college diploma because I was more proud of that than
wow,
than my degree. You know,
Right.
that's what I was proud of. So.
Well, why don't we hit a commercial, and then we'll have more with Rolf.
This is Omid
and Deanna
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
All right, so this song is, since we're in lottery season, I always wondered what I would do if I had won the lottery. And I thought to myself, first thing I would do is not go to work, and I wouldn't call in sick, I'd call in rich. So this song is called Callin' in Rich. Stop by the mini mart, grab an ice cold brew, a little liquid therapy to help me make it through another 60-hour work week, dragging out ball and chain. So I got me a quick pick, cause I still like to dream. 1, number 3, numbers 5, number 6. I can't believe I got the winning ticket. I'm calling in a rich, hit the mother load. Now I can't afford to tell the boss where he should go. Buy mama a house, take her around the world trip. I got a new job working that bucket list. I got my wish. Yeah, I'm calling in rich. That next morning, I didn't get out of bed. So grabbed my phone, called the boss man, and I said, stick your production line where the sun don't shine. I laid there all day counting dollar signs. I'm calling in rich, yeah, I'm moving up. Lifetime member of a country club. Buy mama a house, gonna catch me some fish. I know one place that I won't miss. You can't beat this. Yeah, I'm calling in rich. I've never been a ladies' man, but with $30 million in my head, well, I am calling in a rich, gonna party all night. Hire George Strait to sing Blue Clear Sky. Buy mama a house, gonna catch me some fish. Hot damn, yeehaw, I got my wish. I'm calling in rich, hit the mother load. Now I can't afford to tell the boss where he should go. Buy mama a house, take her around the world trip. Got a new job working that bucket list. I got my wish. Yeah, I'm calling in rich. I'm calling in rich. Thank you.
Another commercial?
Yep, let's hit another commercial.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Hi, welcome to Kennedy Club Fitness, where we have something for everyone. We have weights, cardio, group exercise classes, racquetball, basketball, swimming, and pickleball coming soon. Here at Kennedy, we're committed to health, wellness, and community. Stop by any of our 4 locations: Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, and Arroyo Grande, or check out our website at kennedyclubs.com.
Okay, we're back with Rolf. So, well, we've talked a little bit about some of the bands in the past. What current bands are you in, or projects you're associated with right now?
So I do a thing called Rolf and the Chaos. There's a chaos there.
Nice.
And that's just what we do is I play with another guy named Todd Andrew, and we just take requests. So we call it Rolf and the Chaos because it's me, and then if we don't know the song, we're going to try to figure it out. And that we like to interact with the wineries or the people at the wineries. And so we're very, personable. We talk to people and ask them what they want to hear. And then, sometimes we fake it till we make it. That's one.
Rolf, is that kind of like the dueling pianos concept?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, but maybe a little before the dueling piano time. There's a little bit of banter, but a lot of times it'll be somebody, like, I get so many requests to sing girl songs, it's crazy. I'm like, I'm not a woman. But so there's that. There's I have a police cover band called the Folies, the Fake Police, and that was just a project. I always wanted to just do police songs and play bass, and I ran into the right guys that could do that, and then I play bass in another local band, Tally and the Troublemakers. So it's basically my same band with a girl singer and me kind of singing background. And then we started a new thing called Echo, which was we just sort of found that there was a gap in certain types of music. Like, you don't hear a lot of Depeche Mode, you don't hear a lot of Police, you don't hear a lot of the Fix. So and stuff like Motorhead. So we started that band, and it's just a power trio. And we're actually, we only played about three shows. We'll be playing the Poorhouse actually this Friday at 7:00. With my four fingers, and that's pretty much all the projects.
Well, that's actually a handful.
Yeah.
But a lot of the same guys, so I guess you can juggle it within them.
Yeah, you get your core. So sometimes, I like, generally a lot of musicians are sort of first come, first serve. So like if I get a gig, I'll text Todd and say, hey, can you play? And if he's open, he plays. If not, then I might get I've played with Pat Pearson, who taught my kids how to play guitar. He's a phenomenal guitar player, and Paul LeWalt, who everybody thinks we're brothers, but he's in Devil Makes 3, or 5 Parts Devil. Sorry, Paul. And so we fake it till we make it.
Do you guys collaborate together as a band when you guys write stuff, or bring in other artists or musicians to fill in?
Yeah, well, so a lot of times these are just covers. So we don't rehearse because it's too much time, and everybody's got families and stuff. So we generally say, hey, let's play this song, and then we'll all learn it, and then we'll play it live. Like, we've never played it together. But the caliber of musicians that I'm playing with are, they can do that. So they're generally ready, and it's fun too, because there's a little bit of that sort of pucker factor. You're like, all right, we're going to play this song. Like, I'm sure there's a song or two we're going to play on Friday night that we have not played together.
Wow.
So it keeps you on your toes.
What about CDs? How many CDs do you think you've made?
That's a good question. So I mean, comparably, I think to a lot of I've been very fortunate. So early on, in the 90s, when I was making music and touring around, like, there was no computers, there was no Pro Tools or Logic. So you had to really dedicate time and energy to go into a studio, and go buy 2-inch tape. And then, spend hours, usually late at night, because the day sessions are more expensive. So you get in at like 10 o'clock at night and go through 6 in the morning to record an album. So those days were, so we would do EPs and do albums. I probably have 8 to 10 albums I've been on. And it's been everything from sort of like jangle rock to prog rock, to country.
As far as originals now, it sounds like the bands are more cover.
Yeah.
And so the solo acoustic is where the originals are right now.
Yeah. So sometimes someone will ask for a duo or just a solo or a trio. So that's why you've got the stable of people. Mm-hmm. But I generally. I used to, and haven't done it this year. I've written a couple of new songs, but I would make it a sort of a personal goal to go do like a open mic once a month, for singer-songwriters.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where people go to hear that. Now, today I just booked, they're doing an artist's sort of songwriter night at Club Car Bar down in downtown Templeton. And I'm going to be the featured artist in June. Oh, okay. And so they'll have a bunch of, other songwriters, but it'll, and then there'll be a guitar pull, you'll tell the stories. And that's really, I think, the venue for that. A lot of times, it depends. I played at Sculptera on Sunday, and it was just me by myself. And so I made it, because I hadn't played some of these songs in a while. So I decided I would play them. And so I was telling the stories and interacting with people. And it's nice, but again, I enjoy playing, like Wichita Lineman and other things.
Right, right.
Rolf, when you play at these different venues, I mean, obviously the North County has like completely changed the landscape in the last, 5 years even, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like all the different wineries and all the places have, live music, and they're all these local musicians like yourself.
Yeah. And not even local musicians.
Right. Yeah. They're bringing like Club Car Bar, for instance. They're bringing in a lot of stuff from outside as well. But they're also, like I said, having the singer songwriter nights and stuff like that. So it sounds like our area is really kind of coming on with the music scene.
Yeah. It was interesting because when I moved here, I was trying to hook up with other musicians, and everybody was like, "Oh well, how much does it pay?" Like. When I was coming up, it was like you paid to play. Like if we wanted a good gig, and we'd have to sell tickets and to go play at like the Coconut Teaser or the Viper Room or wherever. I mean, that's how LA did it. So you weren't like getting paid was like, man, that's unbelievable. And then when I came here, it was like everybody's like, well, what does it pay and how much does it pay? And so on the flip, on one side, there was a lot more of a music scene here than there was in LA and Orange County, and you got paid to do it. But on the opposite side, it's like they have not really changed what they pay musicians in 15 years. And it's starting to become a big problem because now there's all these people coming in from outside
that are gigs.
Yeah, and they'll play for anything. And so they're really taking the food out of people's mouths, because I know a lot of people that are full-time musicians, that's how they make their money. And, all these venues have raised their prices 20, 30, 40% in the last couple of years. And, so that's my PSA. I don't want to get, too much on a high horse about it, but pay the bands.
But it sounds like it's still fun out there in all the different venues.
Yeah, and there are some great venues. So like the Poorhouse, they appreciate their bands. They pay their bands well. There are the good ones out there. I don't want to unionize, but honestly, like there should be a point where people just say, no, I'm not. There has been venues that are like, well, we'll pay you in wine. And I'm like, well, so when I come to your winery next time, can I pay you in music to buy a case of wine? Probably not.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I read that you were auditioned for The Voice?
Yeah. So for about 8, I could be wrong. I think it was about 8 years. Emily Smith and I did a duo. We sort of really pioneered the sort of acoustic duo thing here, and she and I, we made a lot of progress. Did a few EPs, and we did get a voice audition, and we were we didn't make it to The Voice, but I was able to talk to somebody that I knew that knew the casting director, and I said, well, what was wrong with our audition? He said, no, you guys were great. It's just like we already have a male-female country duo. So it was like, that's just how it is. Like it's entertainment, It wasn't because I was like, did our audition suck?
Right.
No, it didn't. It was just,
Do you have any aspirations to do it again?
No.
Like the American Idol, any of those kind of things?
No. I mean, it's I don't know. It is a craft and commerce thing, and I just don't know if I'm at the commerce stage anymore in my life.
Past that part.
Yeah.
Speaking of CDs, we were talking about a minute ago. Nobody has a CD player anymore, whether it's a car or whatever. And You know, it used to be like you could get your music out to local people, you know, with CDs and whatnot. So, what is your pursuit of getting your music to the local people these days?
So I do still have some CDs, but I'm running out, and you know it's a tough one because they make these like credit card guys that with a little chip on them. You know, I don't even know if you can't even read those anymore. It's tough because it's like you've got to be basically on, you know, Spotify or iTunes or something like that, and then people are just buying like songs, not buying CDs anymore. So, you know, I struggle with, because you know from a commerce standpoint, you make more money at gigs when you have stuff to sell. And you know, we do sell, when I do have CDs out, we do sell a good amount of them. It's a really good question. I don't know where I land on that at this point.
You know, they used to have download cards where you could, instead of putting music on CDs, you could put on cards, but I really haven't seen those lately. And then, like you say, like they've even been trying to incorporate USB drives, little flash drives.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know, man. It's harder and harder as a music, and I do, you know, I'm fortunate to where my living isn't making music, but for these gigging musicians around here, and I know a number of them, it's harder and harder because you got venues that don't want to pay, prices are up, you know, like music, there's no value to music like there was from, you know, you'd buy an album, it was $10, not, you know, $1.29.
Yeah, there's no investment. That's what I always say. Is like back in the day, you know, whether it was a new CD or even tickets to a show, you know, people, if it was a big enough show, people would line up outside midnight the night before. They would make an investment. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I remember going to Warehouse Records, you know, to get a new CD.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'd have like enough to buy one CD, but I'd spend like 45 minutes scouring to figure out which one it is, you know.
And then you'd listen to it you know, before the album days, but front to back, you'd read the liner notes.
Right.
And it was an experience, you know, and it's so, you know, and now, like, so luckily, like, Tennessee just passed a bill because, you know, songwriting, I'd mentioned, you know, in the old days, like, if you had the means and the talent to go into a studio, you know, play to a click track, you know, have some musical talent, you were able to make an album and you were able to, you know, then go, you know, pitch it to television and stuff like that. These days, you know, if you have a computer and some basic skills, you can make songs. Yeah. And what's worse now is with AI, they're now making, you know, they're taking clips and stuff from everybody's, basically their intellectual property, and they're making songs out of them. And so Nashville just passed something that says you can't do that. So, you know, because it's your, you know, if I build a track or, you know, it's, in the old days, if you recall, like Under Pressure or when Vanilla Ice did that song, Ice Ice Baby, it was like, oh, he's lifted that from, you know, there was still some of that. But I mean, it's rampant now. You can just lift anything from anywhere and hey, I'll just build a song for you.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't like the way that's rolling for sure.
No.
Tell us about some of the awards that you mentioned earlier about that you have won for songwriting.
So I kind of have my go-to co-writer. He actually lives in the DC area, and I met him at a song thing, and so we hit it off, and you know, he's pitched a number of songs, and so we've, like, the songwriter, the Smoky Mountain Music Festival. It's like a big songwriter conference. We won like best country rock song for that. I think I might play it. We've won, you know, other number ones for Americana. The song called White Collar Shirt, which I don't think I can play tonight with my finger being all jacked up. But
for the same organization?
No, I think it was a different. I don't recall what it was for. Be honest with you. I mean, there's no really money in it. It's just the accolade of, hey, you know, all these people pitching these songs and then making it, you know.
So we were speaking of recording. Where do you record?
So I have a home studio, and I just use Logic on a a Mac. But generally, what I learned was I can write a song. So I just hire session guys in Nashville, and I do it remotely.
Oh, okay.
And these guys, I've got guys that played drums for George Strait and guitar for Kenny Chesney on my album, and they're union guys. They come in, so the guy basically you do a work tape,
Play 2 click or something?
No. I'll just send in a work tape. Like, it'll just me singing. The guy, the leader, whoever of that studio, will sit there and tab it out. He'll give the tab to all the guys, and then they will run through and do 3 passes, and it'll be like the best thing you've ever heard in your life.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's insane. And then they'll fly the tracks back to me. I'll record vocals and do all the different vocal tracks and send it back, and they mix it, and it's done.
Wow.
And honestly, you can't find better musicians than in Nashville. There's a lot of people that do local stuff here. No offense, I'm just saying these guys are as good as they get. And it costs you $1,000 a song, but the result is because the thing is, if you're going to pitch songs and it needs to be broadcast quality,
right.
It's got to click all those boxes. You have to be able to cut just have an instrumental, because a lot of times when you're pitching songs on TV, they don't want vocals, they want instrumental. Like my song that was on NASCAR was just the instrumental, but we had actually recorded that. It wasn't the session guys. Mm. So that's generally what I do. I mean, I can record decently, but not like that. Like, you're just not even going to touch it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't realize you were doing that. What about gear? Let's talk about gear. Do you have specific guitars that you kind of roll with?
I wanted to bring I have this Gibson Dove that I love.
Oh, okay.
But because I cut my finger open today, that guitar takes a little bit more leverage to play, right. So I love that guitar. I love its tone by itself. I actually play this Taylor, which is just a phenomenal playing guitar, and it sounds good through PAs and equipment. That's generally what I played. 90. I was so lucky. I met a guy that was an ex-Taylor tech, and he moved here, and he totally did my fret job, and he killed it. I was like, oh, thank you, because I was going to have to send it to San Diego to Taylor, but then I'm a bass player. That's my first instrument. So I have, I prefer my Fender J bass. Nothing special about it. It's a 1990. I have a 68 Tele bass, which is a funny story I got from Dave Robinson from the Jammies. Well, I didn't get it from him, but he lost it in a bet to Mike Bazzetti. And it was in pieces, and Bazzetti gave it to me for my birthday, and I put it all back together. But apparently it was I don't know, Robinson tells me it was the guy from Alabama's bass or something, So that I like that bass. I have a P bass. I've got other interesting guitars. I'm fortunate enough to where my brother-in-law owns a pawn shop.
Oh.
So I get crazy stuff sometimes, I have this great SWR 610 bass cabinet. It's just heavy as hell, and so I travel around with this little Fender 210 that's 39 pounds,
right,
through a Sans amp, and it sounds phenomenal. It has all the DIs, and it's just that much smaller and that much lighter, because
sure.
that SWR sounds great, but it's a cajillion tons.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I use Bose systems for live PA for the acoustic stuff, because again, they're small, portable, they throw sound well. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's sit to a commercial, and when we come back, Rolf will have another song for us.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Hi, welcome to Kennedy Club Fitness, where we have something for everyone. We have weights, cardio, group exercise classes, racquetball, basketball, swimming, and pickleball coming soon. Here at Kennedy, we're committed to health, wellness, and community. Stop by any of our 4 locations: Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, and Arroyo Grande, or check out our website at kennedyclubs.com.
Incident during a football game with Isaac Lindsay, and the next morning I had somebody call me, a friend of mine, like 6 in the morning. He's like, "Hey, we got to write a song, we got to get it on iTunes, we got to do a fundraiser." And I said, "Yeah, man, I don't really kind of do that, but this is a good cause, and I don't know what I'm going to come up with." So I ended up writing this song, and then a real good friend of mine who's producer buddy that produced some of my albums, I said, "Hey, could you put some instrumentation to this?" And we turned it around fairly quickly, and then I did a video, and really it wasn't so much about Isaac as it was just the awesome collective of people that came together from all walks of life to help him and help his family. And that's what the North County's all about. I love it. And this one's called 32 Strong. Friday night lights fill the stadium, brings us together like a Sunday congregation. Just a small, small town with a big old heart. No September night will break us apart. We're FFA, apple pie, red, white, and blue. We share in the wins and the ones we lose. We change that T on the L to an I. On every street corner hangs Team Isaac signs. Sometimes that last yard can seem so long, but we'll do this together. 32 strong. We got our prey on by you doing you. Redeemed our faith, and you are what you do. Well, it may be a long road with some heavy hearts. No stopping us now, we're just at the start. We're family, we're friends, strangers too. You got this, man, and we got you. We change that T on the L to an I. On every street corner hangs Team Isaac signs. Sometimes that last yard can seem so long, but we'll do this together. 32 strong. And sometimes it's hard to understand what the man upstairs has got planned. We change that T on the L to an I. Every time I look up there, I get a tear in my eye. I'm humble and proud by our little town. I know this ain't the last first down. We change that T on the L to an I. On every street corner hangs Team Isaac signs. Sometimes that last yard can seem so long. We got your back, brother. 32 strong. 32 strong. 32 strong. 3-2.
What's up, North County? Nate Santos here, owner of Santos Bros Plumbing. You might recognize me with my dancing horses at local events such as the Tascadero Tamale Festival, Templeton 4th of July, and Paso Pioneer Day. I am now available for all your home plumbing service and repair needs, from minor drips and drops to emergency leaks and clogs. For the best plumbing service, call Santos Bros Plumbing, pipe wranglers to the rescue.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We are all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.
Thanks for hanging out today, and thanks for Rolf G for coming in.
All right. So this one's a fun one, and if you guys want to sing along, every time I say zero, you say to hillbilly. All right. So this one's called Zero to Hillbilly. 50 hours at a fake wood desk, sipping mocha lattes and stress. He's pulling at the noose around his neck. Time to let it loose and spend the paycheck. Parking spot says he's a big shot, but he burns rubber getting out of that lot. He's going out to get wild and silly, going from zero to hillbilly, mudding in the countryside, shooting up street signs, headed to a backwoods cake party. He's a redneck Clark Kent, hailing from Tennessee, going from zero to hillbilly. Yeah, he is. Mason jar full of pure white light, bonfire burning over 10 feet high, swimming in the creek in the moonshine, clothes are hanging on a keep out sign. Sitting in an office just feels wrong, but this is where he belongs. He's going out to get wild and silly, going from zero to hillbilly, mudding in the countryside, shooting up street signs, headed to a backwoods cake party. He's a redneck Clark Kent, hailing from Tennessee. Yeah, the white collar can't hide the country underneath, going from zero to hillbilly. Catch him if you can. He's going out to get wild and silly, going from zero to hillbilly, mudding in the countryside, shooting up street signs, headed to a backwoods cake party. He's a redneck Clark Kent, hailing from Tennessee. Yeah, he's going out to get wild and silly, going from zero to hillbilly, mudding in the countryside, shooting up street signs, headed to a backwoods cake party. He's a redneck Clark Kent, hailing from Tennessee. Yeah, the white collar can't hide the country underneath, going from zero to hillbilly. Catch him if you can. Yeah.
Right on, right on.
That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Rolf.
Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about the upcoming schedule of shows coming up this week. For instance, we've got Poorhouse on Friday. We've got Echo, the band Ralph is in. That's going to be there on Friday. Then Saturday, we've got Deja Vu. And Sunday, we've got Stellar Band.
Awesome. So people can catch Rolf here at the Poorhouse this weekend.
Yep, on Friday night.
Perfect. And then we got the Club Car Bar kicking it off this week. Friday night, we got Michael Peters. And Saturday night, got Carbon City Lights.
Going back to El Paso for the Calico Beer Company, Friday night is The Rivals, and Saturday is Big Wheel Cobra.
Then over in Morro Bay, you got the Siren kicking it off with Circles Around the Sun Thursday night, and Friday you got Flannel 101, and then Saturday you got the Molly Ringwald Project, which is an 80s party band.
Nice. Swinging back over to Bear House Brewing Company is Spanky Paul Band on Friday night. And then on Saturday is Rumor.
And of course, you got Vina Robles Amphitheater kicking up with all kinds of different things. April 27th, you got ZZ Top. May 4th, you got War coming into town. July 7th, you got Primus coming into town. August 2nd, you got the Los Lonely Boys. August 8th, you got Pat Benatar. August 11th, Rick Springfield and Richard Marks. August 24th, Robert Plant and Allison Cross. August 29th, you got the Beach Boys. And September 18th, you got Bonnie Raitt.
Okay, kicking it over to the Mid-State Fair. On Wednesday, July 17th, just announced Miranda Lambert. Tickets for that go on sale this Friday. And then on Sunday, July 21st, we've got Zach Brown Band. Tuesday, July 23rd, Jelly Roll. Wednesday, July 24th, Nickelback. And Thursday, July 25th, TLC and Shaggy.
Awesome.
Yep.
I think that was a good performance by Rolf here on the Backstage Pass.
Oh, yeah. I liked all three of those songs. So all of them were good.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, for tuning in to the Backstage Pass. As always, we can't do this without you and our sponsors. We'd like to thank Escalar Wines, Wine Travelers Hideaway, Visit Atascadero, 805 Customs, Santo Brothers Plumbing, Hanson Enterprises, Story Termite Pest Control, Borhone Auto Center, Kennedy Club Fitness, Airflow Filter Services, and North County Junk Removal. Next week, guys, actually, we're going to be off for a couple weeks. May 1st is going to be our next performance. Is going to be country singer Kelsey Lynn. Sorry about that. We'll see you then.
Hi, this is Dave Story, small game hunter with Story Termite and Pest. We're a full-service termite and pest control company. From rodents to termites, we can take care of all your pest control needs. Call today, we can tailor a pest control program that will meet your needs and budget. Contact us at 805-460-0650 or at storytermite.com. Remember, we don't have customers, we have friends.
Hi, welcome to Kennedy Club Fitness, where we have something for everyone. We have weights, cardio, group exercise classes, racquetball, basketball, swimming, and pickleball coming soon. Here at Kennedy, we're committed to health, wellness, and community. Stop by any of our 4 locations: Paso Robles, Atascadero, San Luis Obispo, and Arroyo Grande, or check out our website at kennedyclubs.com.
What's up, North County? This is Teresa Branch with Airflow Filter Service. We are a family-owned business right here in the North County. We have air filters, oils and lubricants, and hydraulic hoses. We provide services that include air filter cleaning, DPF cleaning, and waste oil collection. Come check us out at 1140 Ramada Drive, and we can help you with all your automotive and industrial vehicle needs.
Hi, this is Omid
And Deanna.
at North County Junk Removal. We are a business known for helping our neighbors and our community.
Let us help you save money and get rid of any unwanted items.
And rest assured that our professional team adheres to global standards of safety and recycling. We are fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind.
We are locally owned and operated, and we look forward to helping you with all your junk removal needs.
Please call us at 805-769-6966.
Atascadero isn't your standard getaway. We're unique, just like you. We're growing, transforming, and figuring it out as we go. We're a town filled with innovators, artists, makers, and game changers. We're a little bit country, a little bit funky, and always authentic. We're here for your good times, your slow times, and your changing times. We're all in Atascadero. Come see for yourself. Learn more at visitatascadero.com.
What's up, North County? Nate Santos here, owner of Santos Bros Plumbing. You might recognize me with my dancing horses at local events such as the Tascadero Tamale Festival, Templeton 4th of July, and Paso Pioneer Day. I am now available for all your home plumbing service and repair needs, from minor drips and drops to emergency leaks and clogs. For the best plumbing service, call Santos Bros Plumbing, pipe wranglers to the rescue.